HubSpot makes impossible growth impossibly easy for their customers. And here's the perfect example. Morehouse College needed to reach new students with fresh, engaging content. But with a massive 900-page website, even the tiniest updates took 30 minutes to publish. Breeze, HubSpot's collection of AI tools, helped them write and optimize their content in a fraction of the time. The results? 30% more page views, and visitors now spend 27% more time on their site. If you're ready for impossible growth like this, you can visit HubSpot.com. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. It's July 11th. I'm Jon Weigell in the backseat of a driverless cab, and this is the Hustle Daily Show. After decades of promises, Tesla finally launched its Robotaxi service in Austin last month. And the results have been, let's just say viral for all the wrong reasons. Today, we're asking the trillion-dollar question, though. Can Tesla's chaotic Robotaxi rollout actually save the company, or is Elon Musk just playing catch-up in a race that Waymo has already won? We'll get into all that in a minute, but first, it's time for some business and tech news. Today, we're starting off with some big news for Nvidia heads out there. On Wednesday, Nvidia became the first company in history to hit a $4 trillion market cap. Wall Street investors, of course, are eating this up, as they should. A little history behind this tech revolution. Nvidia passed $1 trillion in mid-2023, and then $2 trillion and $3 trillion followed quickly after. Okay, into some airlines. Shares for Delta Airlines lifted off this week, with the shares going up about 11%. CEO of Delta said that bookings have generally stabilized and that 2025 will be a huge year for travel. This is a positive outlook compared to the last wishy-washy update the company shared in April, not sure of how things would really shake out. Next, on to video games. Video game actors, repped by Hollywood union SAG-AFTRA and studios including Activision and EA, have ratified a new contract after an 11-month strike. The deal includes increased compensation and AI protections. They're going to need that. Next, into food. Shares of cereal company WK Kellogg popped 30% in pre-market trading yesterday following news that chocolate maker Ferrero will acquire it in a deal worth $3.1 billion. In 2023, Kellogg Company spun off WK Kellogg as a standalone cereal company and renamed itself Kellanova, a snack company with brands including Pringles and Cheez-Its, the ones you like. Mars agreed to acquire Kellanova for $36 billion in 2024, though that deal hasn't closed just yet. And finally here, Thrifty, Rite Aid's 85-year-old ice cream brand, has been acquired for $19.2 million by Hillrod Holdings, which is owned by Monster Beverage CEO Hilton Schlossberg and former Monster co-CEO Rodney Slacks. The duo previously acquired Hanson's, a bankrupt soda and juice company, and turned it into, Monster Energy. Hey everybody, I've been listening to this great podcast lately. It's called Latinx in Power, hosted by Thaisa Fernandez, and it's brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network, the audio destination for business professionals. So Latinx in Power is a podcast that features interviews with top-level executives, entrepreneurs, and innovators from Latin America, aiming to demystify the tech industry by providing listeners with an insider perspective and insights from Latin American leaders who have succeeded in their fields. A lot of great episodes on this one. My personal favorite recently was an episode with Isabel Alvarez, who is a graphic designer that designs cookbooks. She has 15 years of experience blending editorial design, branding, and experiential design. She really views design as a catalyst for meaningful social change, so I think this is a great episode to get you going with this show. You can listen to Latinx in Power wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, on to our main story today. It's all about the robotaxis and Tesla. We're tackling a question today that's been keeping Tesla investors awake at night. Will Tesla's robotaxi service save the company, or is it just kind of another overhyped promise? Because, y'all, after a decade of full self-driving is just around the corner notifications, Tesla finally launched its robotaxi service in Austin, Texas last month. And let me tell you, the results haven't been spectacular on that front. So buckle up, because we're about to take a ride through the world of autonomous vehicles where the stakes are trillion-dollar valuations and the competition is absolutely crushing it while Tesla is just kind of getting started. So let's start with the basics. Tesla officially launched its Robotaxi service last month on June 22nd, with paying customers able to hail rides using a dedicated app for a flat fee of $4.20 per ride, because Elon Musk picked that number of all numbers. The service operates with 10 to 20 modified Model Y vehicles from 6 a.m. to midnight. And here's the catch. There's still a Tesla employee sitting in the front passenger seat who can stop the car if things go wrong. Now, this might sound underwhelming for a company that's been promising fully autonomous vehicles since 2015, but context matters. Tesla stock popped up 8% on Monday after the launch, showing that investors are still hungry for any sign of progress on the autonomous front. But here's where things get a bit interesting. And by interesting, I mean slightly terrifying. Within days of the launch, videos started surfacing online showing Tesla robotaxis doing things that would make your driving instructor break down crying at the wheel, like how mine used to do. Terrifying new footage shows a Tesla robotaxi ripping through partially flooded streets in Austin, Texas, while the vehicle blasting past human-operated vehicles that are operating with far more caution while passing on the right lane. And this isn't just one incident. We're talking about a pattern of behaviors that had regulators and safety experts raising some red flags. Videos posted on social media showed the company's robotaxis driving in a chaotic manner on public roads in Austin, Texas, including one Tesla robotaxi spotted traveling the wrong way down a road, and another shown braking hard in the middle of traffic, responding to, quote, stationary police vehicles outside its driving path. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration was not impressed, saying, quote, the agency is aware of the referenced incidents and is in contact with the manufacturer to gather additional information. That's some government speak for we're watching and we are not too happy. Essentially, Tesla's approach to autonomous driving is fundamentally different from its competitors, and the numbers show it's not working out so well. While Tesla relies exclusively on cameras and AI, companies like Waymo use a combination of cameras, radar, and lidar systems. And the results speak for themselves. Waymo has completed more than 5 million autonomous trips in total, which is 4 million paid in 2024 alone. And Waymo has reported that it is now delivering more than 250,000 commercial driverless rides per week and surpassed 10 million trips last month. Compare that to Tesla's handful of vehicles in one city, and you start to see the mountain Tesla has to climb here. Waymo is undoubtedly the leader in autonomous driving technology, with their self-driving software, or SDS, being widely regarded as best in class, according to University of San Francisco engineering professor William Riggs. The competitive landscape is absolutely brutal out there for Tesla. While Musk was tweeting about robotaxis for years, Waymo was actually building them. Waymo service now operates in Phoenix, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, covering more than 500 square miles of public roads, and they're expanding to Austin, Atlanta, and Miami. But it's not just Waymo. Competitors in China, including Baidu's Apollo Go, WeRide, and Pony.ai, are also operating commercial robotaxi fleets, with Apollo Go reported that it has surpassed 11 million trips. Tesla is, of course, playing catch-up in a game where they were supposed to be the pioneers. In 2015, Musk told shareholders Tesla cars would achieve full autonomy, quote, within 3 years. In 2016, he said a Tesla EV would be able to make a cross-country drive without needing any human intervention before the end of 2017. None of that happened, as you're probably aware. So what's different about Tesla's approach? The company is betting everything on what they call vision-only technology, essentially trying to replicate human driving using only cameras and AI. It's ambitious, it's cost-effective if it works, and it's currently producing videos that look like they were directed by someone who's never heard of traffic laws. Tesla influencers who are part of the company's limited launch have maintained that robotaxis go above the speed limit to match the speed of traffic, a practice they see as safer. Meanwhile, Waymo's policy is to follow the posted speed limit because apparently following traffic laws is still considered good practice by some companies. But the technology differences are stark. Tesla's autonomous driving tech also exclusively relies on camera sensors, making it far more vulnerable to inclement weather conditions such as heavy fog or rain compared to vehicles equipped with radar and lidar systems. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Can Tesla's robotaxi service actually save the company, quote unquote? Because that's what this is really about. Tesla's stock valuation is built on the promise of autonomous vehicles, among other things, and the robotaxi's rollout success is critical to Tesla's $100 billion autonomous revenue target, which underpins its trillion-dollar valuation. So let's dig into this. Goldman Sachs analyst Mark Delaney estimates the market for traditional ride-hailing in the U.S. is worth approximately $58 billion currently. But it could be worth more than $330 billion by 2030, with Robotaxi-type services pushing the industry forward. That's a big opportunity if Tesla can actually capture that. But there's a problem. Tesla's premium. Its price-to-sales ratio of 2.1 times dwarfs Alphabet's 0.8 times, despite Waymo's clearer monetization path. Tesla is priced for perfection in a market where they're currently getting outperformed by everyone else. Now, Wall Street analysts such as Dan Ives believe robotaxis will usher in, quote, the golden era of autonomous for Tesla that could power its market capitalization to more than $2 trillion by the end of next year. But that's a big if when your current service includes viral videos of cars driving through floods and going the wrong way down streets, just in the first month. The expansion plans here are ambitious. CEO Elon Musk predicted on his social media service X that Tesla robotaxis could launch in California's tech capital probably in a month or two, pending regulatory approvals. San Francisco represents a massive market, but it's also where, Waymo has been operating successfully for a few years. But here's what I'm really focusing on mentally. Tesla's robotaxi launch feels like a classic case of just kind of fake it till you make it, but with some people's lives on the line. Tesla will not be using its futuristic vehicles dubbed cybercabs that were revealed on October 10th, 2024. Instead, the 2025 Tesla Model Y vehicles are equipped with what Musk describes as new, quote, unsupervised version of Tesla's full self-driving software. So they're not even using the purpose-built robotaxis they showed off last year. They're using regular Model Ys with updated software and hoping for the best. Interesting. Meanwhile, Waymo holds a big early lead, and building vehicles at scale remains a significant hurdle for Waymo. Currently, they operate between 700 and 1,000 vehicles in their major markets and are producing roughly 1,500 vehicles annually, but they're actually working. The regulatory environment is also working against Tesla. Unlike Waymo, Tesla is under federal investigation for its autonomous software. It also still needs to provide the NHTSA with answers to how it plans to roll out its robotaxi program. A group of 7 Austin-based lawmakers in the Texas Senate and House have signed a letter asking Tesla to delay its launch until September, though Tesla ignored this request and launched anyways. And the safety concerns are pretty real. The limited video evidence that we've seen shows why a safety driver is still necessary, according to Bryant Walker-Smith, a law professor at the University of South Carolina who studies transportation technology. So back to our original question. Will Tesla's robotaxi save the company? The honest answer is that it's just way too early to tell, but the signs are really not encouraging right now. Tesla has first mover advantage in manufacturing and a massive fan base, but they're entering a market where competitors have years of head start and proven track records. San Francisco represents a $2.1 billion annual ride-hailing market, but Tesla faces a steep competition. Waymo's early dominance, partnerships with local transit authorities, and LiDAR-based technology give it an edge over Tesla. The technology approach is fundamentally different, and so far Tesla's vision-only system is producing more problematic videos than successful rides. A Waymo spokesperson said that the company has not yet seen a vision-only system that can achieve the levels of safety its current system has achieved. So at the end of all this, Tesla's robotaxi service feels like a company trying to validate a $1 trillion valuation with a bit of a beta test. The potential is enormous here, though, if they can actually deliver safe, reliable, autonomous vehicles at scale. But right now, they're competing against companies that are already doing what Tesla is promising to do. Elon Musk told CNBC's David Faber last month that Tesla aims to have, quote, hundreds of thousands, if not over 1 million, self-driving cars in the U.S. by the end of next year. That's a massive leap from 20 vehicles in Austin to 1 million vehicles nationwide, especially when the current 20 are already causing a bit of a problem. The robotaxi market is absolutely massive, and whoever wins is probably going to print money for decades. But Tesla's current approach feels more like a Hail Mary pass than a carefully executed game plan, in my opinion. Will it save the company? Only time will tell, but right now it looks like Tesla is trying to catch up to a race that Waymo has already been winning for years. All right, so that's going to do it for us today, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into the Hustle Daily Show. We're a proud part of HubSpot Media. Our editor is Robert Hartwig, and our executive producer is Darren Clark. We've got a lot more tech and business coverage in our newsletter. If you're not subscribed, go sign up at thehustle.co/email and follow us on Instagram at thehustledaily. We will see you tomorrow. Okay, look, side hustles fail when they consume all of your time. I mean, every single bit of it. The pros, though, work smarter with AI doing all the heavy lifting. To help you out, we just dropped the Side Hustle Accelerator database. You can search your exact problem for your side hustle, grab the perfect prompt, and get results. If you're struggling with marketing, content, and customer service, it's all solved in just seconds. This isn't just another tool, guys. It's your unfair advantage in a spreadsheet. So stop asking AI the wrong questions and start scaling with what actually works. You can get it for free in the link in our show notes. And you can stop right now, actually. Why don't you take a look down at those show notes and tap the link? You don't want to sleep on this.